And the tremors still being felt here in Minnesota as the host team and two-time defending champions are out. And now it's Canada against Slovakia in the final of the 4 quarterfinals today. The last game being played here at 3M at Mariucci. And it is the Canadians and the Slovaks. All 3 Slovak losses in this tournament have been by 1 goal. As a look, crisscrossing with McKenna. Drops it off for him. McKenna centers it. And Hayes just missed on that. Played back by Danford. And Iginla slides it back in as Martin moves up for it. Brady Martin. But a fine McKenna with that pass that was broken up by Kovalchuk. Now a centering pass and a quick shot in front from Martin. Turned away point blank by Pradel.
Shut him down.
Danford takes a big hit but plays the puck to O'Reilly. Snaps it ahead for Desnoyers with Beaudoin driving. Desnoyers centers it. It's knocked away on a good back check by Adam Kalman. Looks ahead for Hage. In comes Hage. That pass for McKenna drops back and Danford with a shot. Save made in tight by Prabal. Rebound goes to Hage. Trying to find McKenna there. Now back at the point is Danford. Across to Aitchison. Swings it back down to Hage. Shoots. It goes off a stick and wide. Here is Hovan. Ron Hovan, the LA draft. Tied up in the corner by Karls. And again, the 2 underage defensemen are out there. Verhoff and Karls for Canada. Moved back at the point. That long shot taken there by Kelp. Is gloved by Ivan Kovic. And then coming in late was Andreas Straka. And Desnoyers took exception to that. Boyer turns it over to McKenna. The return pass misfired. Still loose in front. Bounces back to Verhoff with a shot. Save made by Prado. Rebound loose in front. Page digging for it. Now Verhoff. Back defending as O'Reilly has it for Canada. Sam O'Reilly has a quick look ahead. Banks that up for Beaudoin. He knocks it down for Reschny. Reschny drops it back in the high slot. Fair off a shot. Penalty save. Rebound score! Picked up by Reschny and Canada takes the lead. 5:32 to go here in the first. Aitchison back around for Danford. Canada trying to set up a rematch of not just the last 2 quarterfinals, but of a classic Boxing Day game that Canada won 7-5. Iginla moves and it scores! Tij Iginla with a lightning strike, and it's 2-0. Up for Misa, that bounced away, and now Misa back with it. In comes Misa with Iginla. And Martone played back at the point for Parak. In the corner for Misa. He walks out, shoots, scores! Misa fires it home, and it's 3-0. One of 9 players ever to be granted exceptional player status in the CHL. Karl shoots, bouncy puck in front. O'Reilly scores! Sam O'Reilly continues the onslaught. It's 4-0. And Parex slithers in. McKenna shoots, it goes off a foot and wide. Here's Martin back with it. Brady Martin drops it off to McKenna. Works back in, sends it across to Hage. Cross ice, McKenna looks back door, they score! And Canada zips it around right to the back of the net. Brady Martin finishes it off, and it's 5-0 Canada. Hage back to Parak. Across to McKenna. McKenna rink wide to Hayes, traps it back in front, and that's tapped just wide by Martin. What a pass there from Reschny. Correct. Got Mishak all over him. That's center ice. Martone in for Misa. He finds Luchenko, backhand shot turned away by Lenyak. Luchenko back to Martone. He shoots, and that was blocked by Kalman, and the puck goes up and out. And if this score holds, Canada would play in the late semi against the Czechs.
Maybe in the early game gets you a bit more rest. Here we go.
Lead pass for Iginla. Into the break. Tij Iginla shoots. Lenyak makes the stop on that. And Misa and Iginla are flying. Trying to retrieve the puck. Poke free by Martin. Martin stays on it. Martin back down to Hayes. Shovels that to the side of the goal. Play back across Martin to the goal post.
What a pass. What a pass.
Play in the CHL. 8 play in Slovakia. That tells you a little bit about where things are heading. Verhoff chips it ahead for Martone. Shoots, scores! Porter Martone to the feed from Verhoff. It's 6-0. Desnoyers centers it. That just missed. In comes Parekh. Parekh sends it back in there. O'Reilly turned away. The rebound to Beaudoin, scores. Touchdown, Canada. They played games against teams in the Slovak Extra League, but they got pounded most nights. So they went to an under-18 program, kind of like the U.S. National Team Development Program, but they couldn't make that work. In comes Iginla, again on the breakaway. Iginla works in, and again he's turned away in tight by Lendiak. Close, turned away by Ivankovic. Brunick is knocked down hard by Tomek. And now Hovan walks in and shoots, scores! Jan Hovan gets the Slovaks on the board with 3:10 to go in the second, and Brunick is not happy. All right, so at the start of the period here, the officials have told the Slovaks and Lukas Tomka he's out of the game. He and Parekh got unsportsmanlike conduct penalties at the end, but he also got a game misconduct for a little gathering in front of the benches. So Tomka is out for the rest of the game. 8 of the Slovaks play for Canadian Hockey League teams. Oh yeah, that shot knocked out by Ivankovic, and he'll hang on to that. And pass for Coots. Swings it back across, and Karls unloads on that. Knocked away by Lendiak. Coots. In for Beaudoin. Shoots, hit the pipe. So a long power play here for the Slovaks in the third period. Nemitz feeds that down to Spurchek, and on point shot stopped by Ivankovic. Puck still loose. Ivankovic down, and the puck squirts out of that pile into the corner.
What a block by Beaudoin.
Flips it back out. The first year of the program of excellence was 1982. Canada had never gone out of the medals 3 straight times in that time, and they won't now, as Canada is on to the semifinals. So the 2 straight quarterfinal losses have been avenged, and now it's on to face Czechia, who has been their nemesis the last couple of years in what should be a classic semifinal matchup.
They wanted redemption on Boxing Day. The next game will give them redemption for the last 2 years as they go up against Czechia again.